Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDV. You're not. Today we're going to talk about whiskey glasses, and I'm going to unbox the Norlan whiskey glass black edition. I think it might be called Vaild or something like that. Don't hold me to that. But before I get into this particular one, I want to show you the original version of the glass. Comes in a container like so, 2 glasses. The price is about $48. It is expensive for a glass, I understand that, but we're talking a glass to hold your elixirs of the gods, which are scotch and bourbon, in my opinion. Anyway, the original comes in a container like this, and they're somewhere it talks about where they're made. Designed in Iceland, refined in Scotland, made in China. So it is made in China, but I can tell you I've had these for some time. I got them as a gift last year, and I love these glasses. The original version, $48, comes with these glasses too, and a pretty large microfiber cloth to polish them up. And this glass is a lot like the way I would describe it is almost like a Glencairn glass. Hope you can see that. It's like a glass inside of a glass. Sort of like a Glencairn glass inside of a tumbler. And that's double insulated. It prevents you from heating up the whiskey or, anything for that matter, cooling it down as the case may be. You're not going to cool it down, but it definitely keeps your hands off the actual vessel that holds the whiskey, if you can see that there. And the design of this is such that it channels the aromas to your nose for nosing, much like the Copita glass does or the Glencairn. This is my favorite whiskey glass. I do own Copitas, I own Glencairns, I own the Neat whiskey glass. This is my favorite. It is hand blown, by the way, if you're interested. Expensive at 48 bucks. So here is the original, and again comes with the microfiber cloth and so forth. And so today we'll unbox the black edition, and let's see what we have here. And as you can see, it's very well packed, or appears to be anyhow. We'll see if I open it up and the glasses are broken. It wasn't very well packed, but there's a lot of packing material here. Wow. I'm still unrolling. It's like 6 feet worth of packing material for days. Still unrolling. Holy mackerel. This thing's probably, I don't know, 12 feet or 10 feet if I measure it. And in comes the Norlan whiskey glass, the Vaild. I don't know if that's how you say it. Probably not, but that's okay. When have we ever worried about that sort of thing? One of the things I like about this box is it's textured. There's some texture in there, and it feels nice. So if you like nice packaging, this one is very nicely packaged. And let's get a look at the actual glass. But let's get that out of the way first, because that will irritate the heck out of me. All right, so the glasses are individually wrapped inside the container. And let's see what we have here. Again, pretty well packed. Oh, and that's nice. So here is a look at it. And it's like, sort of like a matte black, but on the inside it's the same glass design. Hand blown like the other one. It looks nice, and one of the things I like about it is doesn't appear to be picking up fingerprints the way the other one does. Now, there's some advantages and disadvantages in a glass like this. In terms of disadvantage, you can't really see your pour, at least from the outside. The advantage would be if your significant other or someone else feels that your pours are too generous, they won't know. And that was a comment a friend of mine actually made. He was like, hey, when I'm pouring, my wife doesn't actually know if I'm doing a heavy pour. So you can get a really nice pour in this, and your spouse will not know, which is excellent in my view. The drawback is it's hard to tell probably how much you're pouring yourself. So maybe you get a little more than you want, but if you're drinking the elixirs of the gods, is that really a problem? No, I don't think so. What I'm going to do is go rinse this baby off, and we'll christen it think we'll use some Dalmore 12 Scotch. And we will see if I enjoy this one as much as I do this one. Same design, the only difference is the color. Now this one, the set of two, the Vaild or Black Edition, is 50. Let me read my documentation. $58. However, they're up on the Norlan website. You get a 10% discount right now. I don't know how long they will hold that, but for now you can get this for $58 minus 10%. It is a looker, that I can tell you. Feels good in the hand. I don't know if it's any less slippery than the original, but they're both very nice glasses, and I imagine I will enjoy this one as much as I enjoy the original. All right, let me go rinse, and then we'll come back and we'll have a little snort of Dalmore. Stay tuned. All right, and here we are back with our Dalmore 12, and we will pop the cork on this. Oh, wonderful, wonderful Scotch. By the way, I do prefer Islays myself, but I like this guy as well. And let's give it a pour here and see how we do. The one thing I would say is it's difficult. It is difficult to see what type of pour you have in there. But again, if you're an enthusiast of the finer things, like the elixir of the gods, as I call it, I don't think that'll be a problem. Also, you can't tell what kind of pour I have, as I mentioned before, and that was a tip that was given to me by a friend. So that's a very good tip in my view. Let's give it a nose. These do channel the aromas of the whiskey towards your nose. And it does provide a good nosing experience. If you put your whiskey in a regular tumbler, it doesn't really provide for a great nosing experience. It just kind of flies out. These, as you hold them under your nose, you see how that's sort of funneled up towards the nose? That's the whole reason for this type of glass, and the Capita and the Glencairn. And my favorite of those are these. They are more expensive, but if you're careful with them, they'll last a lifetime. I suggest you keep the packing material, so if you move or something, you can put them back in there. It does provide for very nice nosing. So let's go ahead and, wonderful. Let's have a taste, shall we? Excellent. Oh, excellent stuff. Nothing like a good snort of the elixir of the gods, and in a very good glass, in my view. We'll see if there's any difference between the two as I use them over time. I don't think there is. I think simply one is black, sort of like that, like a stealth, black would be the way I would describe it, and the other is clear. I don't see fingerprints on this one. That would be the main advantage, in addition to someone else not knowing what sort of pour you have. Oh, wonderful. We got to have another. Outstanding. This is a sexy looking glass, I must say. Some of you will say, that's far too much. And it might be. But if you're interested in a really nice looking glass that does a great job getting it to your nose for nosing your whiskey, be it bourbon or scotch, I think this is an excellent vessel. I like both, and I'm very appreciative to the friend who sent me these as a gift. The first set, I of course bought these myself and just got them today, so I'm going to continue to enjoy my Dalmore, and I hope you guys will have one and enjoy it yourself this evening. Thanks as always for watching. Until next time, I've been your host CDB with the Norlan Glass, and you are not.